Welcome to the J.T. Jones Show. I'm going to show you how to seduce beautiful women through methods of complete integrity. You're going to be able to play this game in a way where you're being your 100% authentic self. Who am I? My name's J.T. Jones, and for over 25 years, I've dedicated my life to the study and practice of seduction. My motto is simple. Always operate out of integrity and always leave her better than you found her. With that, let's get started with today's episode. Okay, welcome to another episode. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, which is integrity. So we're going to be investigating, is integrity the most effective way to seduce women, or is there a better way? So we will start this conversation not with a conclusion like, yeah, integrity is the best way, but rather we will investigate and break it down. That's when you really start to understand concepts and why you're doing things. Now, an important distinction we need to make at the beginning of this conversation is we are not going to discuss integrity from a moralistic standpoint. What that means is inside this conversation, we're not saying, you should play this game with integrity because you should be a good person, okay? We're looking at it from a tactical angle, from a practicality angle. We are asking the question, is integrity the most effective and efficient way to play the game of seduction, or is there a better way? So, we start by the definition of terms. Whenever you talk about something, it's really important that you define it. So what we're talking about in terms of integrity in the context of this conversation is we're talking about mostly your personal integrity as a man. So when we say you're going to play this game with integrity, that means you're not going to do anything that violates your values. You're not going to do anything that feels out of alignment with your truth and with who you are. So with that understanding, let's start to investigate. We'll first ask the question, what do women want? What are women looking for in a man in the context of finding a sexual mate, a sexual partner? What I believe women want ultimately is power, is a powerful man. Now, let me unpack that. What does that mean? When I say women ultimately want power or a powerful man, what that means is women's biggest core need when it comes to the area of seduction is the need to feel safe, okay? She needs to feel safe. That's her number one core need. Her secondary need is to feel a sense of excitement, okay? But we'll leave that secondary need for another episode. If you want to crown yourself as someone who understands women and understands seduction, the thing that needs to be at the forefront of your mind every second of every day, or every second when you're in your seduction mode, is women's number one need is the need to feel safe. Your duty as a seducer is primarily to make sure that she feels safe. So, how does safety relate to power? Well, when we're saying that what a woman wants above everything else is power, what we're saying is that if a woman is with the most powerful man, that means she is the most safe, right? So it then follows, if you want to attract women, you want to be a powerful man, right? So a good question to ask yourself is, how can I become the kind of man that women want? Okay? That's a much better question than how can I make women like me, right? How can I make women like me isn't a good question. How can I become the kind of man that women want? That's a good question because that is a question that makes you magnetic, right? Let's take it out of the context of seduction and into the context of business. Steve Jobs asked himself, what can I create that people would want, right? What could I create that people would want? And he came up with 1,000 songs in your pocket, okay? The iPod. There were a lot of MP3 players before, but he created the iPod, 1,000 songs in your pocket. And because he hit the nail on the head with what we wanted, his product became magnetic, and then we rushed to buy his product. He did not run after us. Similarly, in seduction, you want to make yourself the magnetic product that women rush to, not you pursuing women. You understand? So we are now we have the clear understanding that what women want above all else is power, a powerful man. Then now we're clear on our objective. One of our primary objectives, one of the primary qualities that is essential for you to be an attractive man is you need to be a powerful man. So this brings us to the part of the conversation. Well, how do I become a powerful man? Or how do I make sure that I am a powerful man? How do I make sure that I continue to be a powerful man? So this brings us back to the discussion of integrity, of living inside your own truth. So this is the next part of the investigation. What happens when a man lives inside of his truth? When you're living inside of your truth, you're living in alignment with your values. You're only acting in a way that you believe in. What does that do to you? That brings you into alignment within yourself. So power, what does power mean? One definition of power is oneness, okay? Oneness. When a man is one within himself, he is powerful. Now, when a man is divided inside of himself, he is by definition weak. If one part of you is going this direction, another part of you is going this direction, you are in a weak state. Okay, you're in a weak state. You're in a divided state. One part of you is saying, hey, yeah, I'm going to manipulate women and use these fake pickup lines and pretend I'm someone I'm not because I want to get women. And the other part of you is like, this doesn't feel right. I feel a bit creepy. I feel a bit wrong for doing this. And you're divided. Here's what you need to understand. By definition, when you are divided within, you are weak. Let's say that again. By definition, when you are divided within, when you're going in opposite directions within yourself, you are weak, okay? You can only be powerful if all parts of yourself are moving in the same direction. Here's an analogy. Let's take a horse-ridden carriage, like a carriage that's being pulled by multiple horses. Let's say there are 2 horses pulling the carriage. What is required for the effectiveness of this horse-drawn carriage? Both horses need to be moving in the same direction at the same pace at the same time. That's power. Power is being generated. But if one horse is going this way, another horse is going that way, the carriage is going all over the place. It's standing still. There's no power there. There's no effectiveness there. You see? So you need to make sure that you are operating with oneness inside of yourself. That is of paramount importance. Okay, let's say that again. You need to make sure that you're operating in oneness, in total alignment. Everything inside of you is moving in the same direction within yourself. So when we say a man is operating out of integrity and a man is operating out of integrity with himself, that means this man is walking and operating from a place of complete alignment with who he is and in complete alignment of his truth. Okay? So said in another way, if a guy is going out and talking to women and kind of being phony, being fake, putting on this persona, this fake persona, well, then inside of himself, he's going to feel like it just feels bad to be fake. Okay, it just feels bad and wrong to be fake. So he's gonna have this inner conflict, like, oh yeah, maybe I'm getting some results with women, but they don't know the real me. And then, he's divided inside. So he's not being powerful. Okay. So that's also why when guys go into the game in an inauthentic way, they very usually get very poor results. Now, the reason why is because when you're being phony, when you're not being 100% real with women, women feel that, okay? And they're not rejecting you because you said the wrong thing or anything like that. They're rejecting you because they're rejecting your energy. They're rejecting your energy because they're feeling that your energy is weak. Oh, let's stop multitasking and listen to Jad for a second. They're feeling your energy is weak. So we can say being inauthentic, being fake, being phony, being manipulative divides you inside and then makes your energy, like people will feel there's a weakness of character from you. Think back to someone fake or phony that you know or that you've met. Didn't you instantly feel bad around that person? Didn't you instantly feel, that person's weak? Didn't you instantly feel repelled and want to get away from that person? So how funny it is then that we naturally respond badly to phoniness and anything less than 100% authenticity, yet we somehow are convinced that, okay, I'm going to walk up to these girls and put on a bit of an act and expect them to like me. What you need to understand is when you are divided within, you're not going to come across with that power that women are looking for. So while all these poor guys are worried about the right thing to say and they're putting on all these phony acts and phony personas, the poor guys don't realize that they're coming, because they're divided inside, they're coming off with a weak energy, and women are rejecting their weak energy. Okay? So let me explain this in another way. All right? The most powerful energy, the way you can come across the most powerfully with women is to be 100% real and 100% authentic. I don't care if you have a lot of game. I don't care if you have no game. I don't care if you've been out of the game for 10 years. I don't care. If you come in to the game 100% real, you're going to convey power. Why? Even if you don't necessarily say the right things. Why? Because by definition, if you're being your authentic self, you are aligned inside. You are then one with yourself. You're not divided within yourself. You're one within yourself. And hence, by definition, you are being powerful. You are in a powerful state. So what you need to understand is to be in a powerful state, you must be one with yourself. And how can I be one with myself? Simple. Stay in integrity with yourself. Refuse to take one step out of your truth. You see, here's the next thing we need to address. We need to admit that we're greedy and we are impatient and we are immature. Let's say that again. We need to admit that we are greedy, we are impatient, and we are immature when it comes to the things we really, really want. And so we try to take shortcuts. You need to understand that anytime you step even an inch out of your integrity, you're paying a huge cost. Okay? You're paying a huge cost. You are becoming divided within yourself and diluting your power and therefore diluting your attractiveness. Okay? We can say that your level of power equals your level of attractiveness. So if you want to be more attractive, you just got to be more powerful. So how do you be the maximum level of power? Is by having the radical refusal to sell out, the radical refusal to step even an inch out of your integrity. So if some dating coach says, be fake in this way, say no. If some coach tells you, be phony in this way or put on this kind of act, say no. You don't understand, man. When somebody gives you a promise that, hey, if you do this little phony thing or manipulative thing over here, you're going to get what you want, that is a lie. That is a lie, and I'll prove it to you mathematically. If I'm telling you, if I'm a shady coach, and I'm saying, hey, step outside your integrity, and you're going to get those girls because you're going to do this manipulative thing, and it's going to manipulate their brains, and they're going to get with you. It's a lie, because here's why. Basically, what I'm telling you is I'm saying, hey, you're now whole and walking with integrity and hence powerful, right? What I'm telling you is, hey, do something against your principles and divide yourself. And they'll go as this divided being and go talk to those women, and they'll like you. What are you telling me right now from what we just discussed? You're like, nah, that's not going to work. If I'm divided within, then I'm emanating a weak energy. And so women are going to pick that up and they're going to reject me no matter what I say, right? So what I'm helping you do in this podcast is to become incorruptible. All these coaches out there, I'm not saying all, but there are a subset of manipulative coaches out there who are telling you to be manipulative, but you don't understand the second you step one step outside your integrity, you're losing your power. And when you lose your power, you're not attractive, because women want a powerful man. Women want a man who has the balls to be himself. Women want a man who has the balls to be himself, the balls to be real. You don't need to put on a phony act. What you need to do is cut it out. Stop putting on a phony act and have the balls to walk up to women the way you are. Flaws, strengths, insecurities, weaknesses, talents, just bring it all to the table. Okay? Stop pretending to be perfect. Stop pretending you're not scared. Stop pretending whatever you're pretending. All right? And just walk up to them. Hey, you're cute. I wanted to come say hi. You know what? I was a little nervous coming to talk to you. Or, hey, you know what? I've been out of the game for a while. Or, hey, you know what? I'm not really sure what I was going to say to you, but you're cute, so I wanted to come say hi. That's being real. That's being one with yourself. And that's being powerful. Guys have this erroneous belief that vulnerability, like the examples I just gave, is weakness. That's not weakness. Being real cannot be weak. Being real cannot be weak. Why? If I'm feeling nervous inside and I tell the woman, hey, you know what? You're kind of cute. I was nervous to come talk to you, but you're cute, so I wanted to come say hi. That's my truth inside. And I'm saying it externally. I'm remaining one with myself, and hence I'm powerful. That's mathematical. Mathematically proven right here. If a man is one within himself, he is in his power. Whereas if I'm feeling nervous and shy and I'm walking up to the woman and I'm putting on this act like, hey, yeah, her, but she can feel that, that I'm being fake. I'm hiding my shyness. I'm hiding that. And she's going to feel that. And I'm divided inside because so she's going to feel my weakness. She's going to reject me. So you need to understand, getting women isn't so much about doing everything perfectly. It's not so much about your skill. Like, skill comes into it, but before skill, you need to have the foundation. The foundation. What did we say at the beginning? What do women want? A powerful man. Did we say women want a man who says all the right things? Did we say women want a man with no insecurities? Did we say women want a man who does everything perfect and is perfect? No, we said a woman wants a powerful man. Just because you have shortcomings, weaknesses, and insecurities, that does not mean you are not powerful. Let's say that again. Just because you have shortcomings, weaknesses, insecurities, that does not mean you're not powerful. If you are a breathing, living human being, you have weaknesses and insecurities and shortcomings. So if you think I'll be powerful when I'm perfect, then great. You'll be perfect when you're dead, because that's when your insecurities and all that stuff end. Okay? So stop waiting for a train that's not coming. Stop waiting to be perfect. Stop waiting to believe in yourself 100%. Stop waiting to be ready. The secret is you're never going to be ready. The secret is you're never going to be as confident as you want to be. The secret is you're never going to be completely free of insecurities. All you need to do is walk up to women with power. All you need to do is be a powerful man. And the only thing you need to do to be a powerful man is to make a radical commitment that you will never sell out in exchange for what you want. That's our problem. We sell out in exchange for what we want. We start doing things we don't believe in and being and acting in ways we don't believe in because somebody said if you do or act this way, you're going to get what you want. It's not true. You will get what you want with women when you become powerful, and you'll become powerful once you make a commitment that you will not let anything cause you to step out of your personal integrity. You'll not let anything make you act in an inauthentic, fake, or manipulative fashion. Quick promo message. Would you like help getting this part of your life handled once and for all? Go to calljad.com and book your free 20-minute breakthrough session with me. On this call, we'll discuss different mentoring options. I do one-on-ones in person as well as over Zoom. So visit calljad.com and book your free call today. Okay, so now let's talk about another aspect of integrity, and that is self-esteem, confidence. What do women want? When women are surveyed and we ask women, what's the most attractive trait of a man? What do most women say? Confidence, 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 confidence. So women want a man who's confident. Yeah? Okay. So let's explore between walking in integrity with yourself, with your values, with your beliefs, and your level of confidence. Well, what is confidence? Otherwise, referred to as self-esteem. What is self-esteem? What is confidence? Well, one part of confidence one definition is loving yourself, right? If you have high self-esteem, that means you love yourself. Or maybe we can say when you love yourself, then you have high self-esteem. So the prerequisite for you to be a confident man is you have to love yourself. Okay, you have to look in the mirror and say, you know what? I like myself. I love myself, right? As Johnny Saporno would say, I would love to have myself as my own best friend. Okay, so how does loving yourself relate to integrity? Well, I can tell you from personal experience that if you don't act out of integrity, you start to hate yourself. Okay, I made the mistake of listening to false gurus, and I went out and started being fake with women and phony and putting on this persona because I believed that the way I was, the authentic me, wasn't enough and wasn't lovable. And so I thought I had to go and put on this dancing monkey act in order for women to love me, right? And what happened were a few things. Number one, ultimately, my game got worse and women stopped being attracted to me. And when I did get women, it would still feel bad because I would think oh yeah, this girl is with me because of the act I put on. But if she found out the real me, she's going to be out the door when she finds out the real me, right? So it just felt bad. And when I was being phony, I couldn't look myself in the mirror. I was disgusted with myself. Okay? So you need to understand also that, and when I didn't like myself, obviously my self-esteem went down. So you see the chain reaction happening here. When you are acting phony, when you are not showing up and being your real self, what happens is you get filled with shame. And, you feel like, oh, I'm a phony, I'm a fraud. What if these people find me out? And then, you just become disgusted with yourself because it's like, oh, I don't have the balls to be myself, right? So what happened in my journey is I realized, being fake is just like basically eating me up inside, deadening my soul. Really, I saw my results were just garbage with women. Like they were better before. So what I did is I reverted back to quote unquote being myself, being my authentic self. And then what that did is that restored the oneness within me, which restored the power, which restored the attractiveness, which then restored the positive results with women. So if you're in a place right now where you have a low self-esteem, you don't like yourself very much, you want to honestly ask yourself, how am I showing up? Am I generally being phony? Am I watering myself down to please others? Am I putting on an act? Because all those things, they just eat away at your confidence. So like we said, women want confidence. And the only way to have true, deep confidence is to live through integrity and basically show up and be your authentic self, because that's the only way you're going to love yourself. Okay. Now, when I show up in front of women or just anybody, I'm my 100% authentic self. So that feels good. I'm proud of myself and I love myself. So as you see, being in integrity with yourself has a lot of, it's the foundation for being powerful. It's the foundation for feeling confident. And it's the foundation for being your most attractive self. Your most attractive self is your realist self. Here's my mission for you. Go out there into the world and be as real and raw as you possibly can. If you do that, you are walking in pure integrity with yourself. You're going to love yourself. Your confidence is going to grow and you're going to become this charismatic guy, because we are all magnetically attracted to and thrilled by people who are real and raw and just bring it 100% real to us. That's what's magnetic. That's what's charismatic. That's what women are looking for. In fact, that's what humans are looking for. So, to live in integrity with oneself, to walk in integrity with oneself, takes courage. Be that courageous man that goes into the world, goes into the game, goes up to women, and have the balls to be yourself. I promise you, once you start doing that, women are going to start being more and more attracted to you. You're going to become more and more magnetic, and the game is going to get easier and easier, as well as more and more fun. So, to conclude our investigation, is integrity the most effective way to go about seducing women? My conclusion is yes. It is the absolute foundation, because if you are not one within yourself, then nothing else will work. So, walk with integrity, restore that oneness within yourself, and it will give you peace, it will give you results, and it will make your whole life a lot better. The key to being a powerful man is being a man who walks inside of his own truth. So commit to that. Okay. So commit to walking inside your own truth from today forward. If you found this helpful, do me a favor and share this podcast with a friend. That way I can spend less time on marketing, which means I can spend more time creating valuable episodes like this one. And yes, I'm talking to you, not the other person listening. If this was of value to you, just take 1 minute out of your day and recommend this show to a friend. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next episode.